Peugeot 408 GT. It's a plug-in hybrid from the French manufacturer, and I've got to say, I think it's magnifique. I'm Duncan Vincent. This is the Arnold Clark YouTube channel. Like and subscribe, and remember, hit that little bell icon and don't miss an upload from us. The front of the Peugeot 408 GT has some very striking features, and the first thing that catches my eye is the LED headlights with the front tooth that comes out there, lights up beautifully, and it's kind of tied in with the Peugeot heritage. We've got the lion there sitting proud right at the front of the car, in the middle of the grille, which has some lovely colour-coded sections which tie in with the colour. Ultimately, I think the front end of this car is fantastic. The back of the Peugeot 408 GT Hybrid doesn't have a rear wing. That's the first thing you're going to notice, but it does have this lovely flick on the rear boot here, which really ties in well with the World Endurance Championship Le Mans 24-hour car. The striking rear lights on the Peugeot, I love this design philosophy that they've come up with, and it all just ties in so well. I like how the bumper sticks out. It protrudes from the boot, and it's got lovely characteristics all the way across it. Inside the actual boot itself, you can open with a swipe of the foot, and there's 471 litres of luggage space to be had in there, and there's a 60-40 split in the actual seats for the back. There's also an option to get through from the boot to the cabin inside there if you want to put your skis right through, and you can also have a seat here to take your ski boots off. The side profile of the Peugeot 408 GT is pretty striking. I do like how the windows all come back to a point at the very end, and the lines that run along the side of the car look nice and fresh and racy. 20-inch alloy wheels come as standard on this model, although the base model does start at 17-inch alloy wheels. I wasn't sure about the black skirts on the side of the car to start off with, but seeing it now, in real life, if it was all one colour, it would be too much. So that's a bit of a winner. And again, you get a unique Peugeot badge on the side. Sitting there very proud, well done Peugeot. Peugeot. Inside the actual cockpit of the Peugeot 408 GT, the dashboard is one of the first things that I notice, and it's on almost two tiers. The very top of it is a lovely colour scheme, which grey and green goes towards the actual race team. Again, that World Endurance Championship heritage that Peugeot do have. The dashboard is a lovely, very special 3D effect, and it's something that I've never really seen before. Although I'm a little bit compromised on where I have to have the steering position, it's got to be a little bit lower because you look over the top of the steering wheel to see that dash, but it's only a tiny compromise, and really it's not worth moaning about. The seating position, apart from that, is perfect. It's nice and comfortable, there's a good bit of lumbar support, and I do like the chrome effect on the pedals down there. There's some nice lining on the inside of the doors, and speaking of linings, the inside of the actual door bins have a felt lining, which means your keys won't rattle about if you're driving. Storage, something everybody always asks about. A couple of USB chargers in here, and in the actual storage areas, there's a nice bottoming, which means your phone or anything you put in there won't go sliding about. The wireless charger is there. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are both wireless in this vehicle. And then we've got the lovely big instrument panel up here, and Peugeot have got this spot on. There's very, very little lag, if any, on it. And I do like the way you can change and alter all the settings there. You can spend hours and hours getting lost in there. But ultimately, yeah, I like it. I can't wait to drive the car on the road. You never get a second chance to make a first impression, and I was wrong. I was very wrong. I said I didn't like the way I had the steering wheel set when we were doing our original piece to camera. Well, I'm wrong, because it's actually, the size of the steering wheel is quite small, and it lets me see the dashboard perfectly, and it actually, once I get the seat in my perfect position, it's not a problem at all. There is a bit of road noise from the car, I will give it that. We're on the motorway just now, cruising at national speed limit, 70 miles per hour, and there is a bit of road noise. I put that down to the 20-inch alloy wheels and the quite low profile of the tyres. I also put that down to a little bit of the road surface, so we'll see how that changes on our journey. But right now, I like this car. It's comfortable, the gears are nice and easy to use, and as we cruise along at 70 miles per hour, there maybe is a little bit of road noise, but there isn't any wind noise. A couple of roundabouts in town, and well, I have to say, I fairly leant on the car there. I did push it a little bit round the roundabouts, and the small steering wheel helps you do that. Lets you get really tight into the roundabout, and it handles great. Handles really well, nice and smooth, but it's quite precise in the front end when you angle that steering wheel for where you want to go. This car is absolutely loaded with great safety features. When cars are passing you, the door mirror illuminates and lets you know there's a car coming through the blind spot. It's got night vision and animal detection as well, both which will come up on your instrument cluster and keep you safe driving at night. It's also got vehicle detection, it's got lane assist, and a really, really good cruise control. The view out the back of the car, well, from the door mirrors is really good. They're big enough and they let you see. I do like the rimless mirror that we have inside the actual cockpit. Having said that though, the actual view out the back window is just a little bit small for my liking. Comfort, pretty good actually. The seat is all manually adjusted, forwards and backwards. The angle of it and the lumbar support is all done by yourself, by rolling the rollers around the side, and that's no bad thing. It gets it. Just those tiny little movements can be perfect for you, and I do like it. Sit back and enjoy the journey, stick on that adaptive cruise control, and enjoy driving on a motorway. Heading over one of the most iconic landmarks in Scotland. This is the Queen's Ferry crossing, and we're heading back into the Kingdom of Fife, home of Knockhill Racing Circuit. That is my stomping ground. 3 driving modes in this car, 1, 2, 3. We're in sport, we've done most of our driving in sport, although we do have hybrid and electric. We've dabbled a little bit in those. There is a bit of a change though when you go into sport. The car does have a bit more oomph and it does want to go. We had to stop and put some petrol in the car this morning before our journey, and just to let you know, the filler cap for petrol is in the back right corner, but when the car was parked in the forecourt of the petrol station, it looks absolutely stunning in the blue. In fact, I even think there's a bit of a pearlescent flip where it looks like green and blue. Lovely, lovely colours. Staggering. Now, I did say we're in sport mode, but don't let that fool you. That's not just pure performance. There is still an eco area in the sport mode, and you still charge back through the regen as well. There's also an option for extra regenerative braking by pushing this B, which is right down beside the reverse, neutral and drive buttons. So nice and easy to get yourself that little bit extra charge back into your battery. The Peugeot 408 GT, a car that sits in between hatchback and sedan. I love it, but that's my take. Let us know what you think. Comment in the box below. This has been the Arnold Clark YouTube channel. I've been Duncan Vincent. Until next time, take care.